Well, she looks a bit terrifying, but I like her. Thanks for clicking on me. We are doing Create This Book again, and we're just gonna dive right into it. Create a person. Okay. Got out my colored pencil paper, sketched an outline of the book so that it would fit. Because, you want it to fit, right? Popping out my Faber Castell pencil here, I'm just going to start sketching what I think will look hopefully good. First thing that came to my mind when this prompt was shown was, for some reason, a gumdrop person.
Yes, like the candy.
I don't know why, but it was intriguing to me. I will tell you now, I did not draw a gumdrop person, but that definitely helped inspire what this person turned out to be. I worked on the shape of the head, and it started out very pointy. It was very odd, but I wanted to kind of see where I could go with it. And I was still in the mindset that this was going to be a gumdrop person, so everything, even the clothes, were like the gumdrop shape. But then I got rid of the legs, and I started working on the eyes, because I wanted to have some progress, and for now it just looked like random shapes. So I kept working on the face. The lips were very difficult for me for some reason. I could not get them how I wanted them to look. And then I just totally got rid of the legs and wanted her to start kneeling. For an odd reason, I made the head pointier because, why not? And here she is before the final outline. I wanted to make sure I really liked it. And you know what? I did. And I like that she's kneeling. And I didn't have to draw the legs. Just going to use my kneaded eraser and use this Micron .01 pen. It is pretty fine, so I did really like to use it for the details. Goodness. And I decided to make her lips very sharp for some reason, but I kind of really liked that. I decided to give her a cute little, kind of like Dora the Explorer haircut, and then cut off the point at the top because I wasn't really into it. And you know what? I don't think she was into it either, nor do I think you guys were into it. So I made an executive decision, and she's going to have fluffy sleeves as well. That was also an executive decision. Her top of the dress is going to be black, and then the bottom is going to be pink. I added some buttons as well, but for now we are starting with the hair. I wanted to make it kind of vibrant. Not kind of, definitely vibrant. I started with some orange for the undercolor of it to make it more warmer as the pink layers went on. Not that pink isn't warm, it's definitely a warm color, but I wanted to make it seem more bright. And it is spooky season, so this character is mainly the spooky vibe, I would say. Especially once her eyes are done, you will definitely see that. But she is in the spooky vibe. It is spooky season. I don't care if you were saying,
no, it's still September, October is spooky season.
You know what? The leaves are falling, aren't they? It is spooky. Her hair is pink now. And now her skin is going to be gray, but it's also going to be hued with a blue. So it makes her seem cold and maybe a little dead. But yeah, she is very vibrant and alive. I will say that now. And her eyes, they will not have pupils, and you will just have to accept that. She's beautiful. This is not only a beautiful girl, but she is also the caretaker of dead flowers. That is right. You know those flowers that you might get for Halloween? That is not a thing. For Valentine's Day, or just Mother's Day, or any kind of holiday or special occasion, anniversary, those flowers are eventually going to die, and then they're just going to be chucked away, and no one's going to care about them anymore. And that is where Pera comes in. Her name is Pera, and it stands for parallel, like parallel dimension. She resides in a different dimension, and she takes care of these flowers that are disposed of, and no one cares about. And you know what she does? She takes care of them. She takes care of them so well that they are reborn, and they are flourishing in these vibrant, brand new colors that no one can ever see but her. Can you imagine that? These flowers that are just thrown away every day by random people, random times, millions probably. Pera is grabbing all of them and taking them to her home and growing them all, and they're all living. Do you know how many flowers that is? Because there's not just flowers that, just die at people's places. There's flowers that die naturally all the time, and she's taking every single one and she's taking care of them. Like, that is a lot of work. But can you imagine how beautiful those colors are? Because humans can only see a certain amount of colors, but there's so many other colors out there on different scales that we can't see. And Pera's over here just living on a whole planet covered in flowers of all these colors. That is just amazing and goals right there. I just wanted to take this time to tell you about her likes and dislikes. Starting with her dislike, she really dislikes pollution, which would make sense. She's out here collecting everyone's garbage, so-called. But she also really likes life, giving life to the flowers. Also, she really likes the outdoors. She loves the color pink. She really admires and loves freedom. I mean, who wouldn't? And she loves flowers and she loves grass. Grass, of course, it's comfortable. She's kneeling on it. Flowers, that should be the biggest obvious one, guys, come on. But her spotlight is over for now and we are on to the next prompt. This prompt is create something out of nothing. And for this, I decided to put a little twist on it. I listened to Harry Styles as it was, as I drew these little doodles, and whatever came to mind while listening to that song, I just drew. And now that they're all drawn, well, basically, there we go. I'm just going to start coloring things in, adding more outlines to them, making sure this page doesn't bleed through, and it didn't look like it did. So that's good. This one was the obvious one. It was a rain cloud, lightning, rain. This one was also pretty obvious. It is a seahorse. I turned it into a little chunky face looking seahorse here, but that wasn't on purpose, and it's not bad if it is. Added some more detail, added a fin right here, there we go, but it was too small, so I made it bigger. And I put another one on the other side. And I thought that she ended up really, really cute. I mean, look at her, she's adorable. She's chunky and skinny at the same time. I also drew this little snail down here. It kind of looked like a shell, but it's a very odd shaped shell. But I went with it. If you don't know, I sculpt a lot, and what I sculpt is usually slugs. But that is a snail, and we're on to the next piece. Just drew a smiley face, and now I'm looking at this and I see a person. So I start defining this person, adding random details to a face. I put an ear, I put some hair. He's a little abstract, I will say that. But don't judge now because he's about to get even more abstract. I'm going to work on his body right here. What happens, I don't even know. This is turning out to be the butt of a hamster. A butt of a hamster with the head of a human. I don't know. I just start with all the blushy color areas. I add that on. Now I'm on to his little fingertips, his hair. Everything is coming together, but it's looking so torn apart at the same time. He's kind of grabbing a piece of his hair with his fingers up there. I add on a little baggy sleeve. He kind of looks like a historic Korean actor. Those, I think, Jojin, I'm pronouncing that really badly. Kind of looks like one of them. It looks really cool, but at the same time, why does he have a hamster for a body? I don't know. That's just what happens when you listen to songs and draw the most random stuff. His sleeve is the only thing that makes me think he looks like one of those historic actors. But other than that, I don't know. Monopoly guy is coming in now. This whole spread here is just so funny. I really can't process what has happened and that this is mine. I don't know. I just called it a hamster plus a man plus a Pringles Monopoly guy and also plus a smiley face. That's what this is. That is what this is. And I should be proud of it. And I put in weird next to something. And here is that spread. And we are going to just move on to the next one. Okay, guys. So this one is create a colorless page. It is supposed to have no color whatsoever. So I immediately grabbed my thick boy and off that goes. This is my first opportunity to actually use this marker and I'm so excited about it. Look at the coverage of this thing. Yes, it is definitely going to bleed through, but I'm going to have the time of my life using it and just covering this whole spread. Okay, clamped those babies down, and I'm going to get a white pastel. It's an oil pastel, so it's going to be so smooth, and I will tell you now, this felt like butter dragging it across the page. It was so soft. I loved it so much. How many times can I say so while describing this? So many times. Okay, I'll stop. Okay, so this went on so well, and clearly I had a hard time making a circle. So yeah, I had to fix that. And once I did, I just kept rubbing it. Okay, that sounds weird. I just kept filling it in, and it worked out great. This is gonna be a moon.
No, it's not.
That's not me. That's so basic. I'm no. I'm not gonna make a moon. Definitely, it was a thought of mine, but I was like, okay, I can make something else other than a moon. But to be fair, I did not choose anything more complicated than a moon. Honestly, I probably chose something way easier than a moon. I would definitely say that, yeah. But that's okay because what happened is I turned it into something really adorable and I liked it. This was kind of like my second time or third time using oil pastels, so it's mainly an experiment. And this is I think it's a blender. And I use this to make the edges a little less sharp and a little more fluffy. Fluffy is what I was going for. And because of that, I thought that I could just keep doing that and then add more wispy details. And I tried making an animal out of these. I got like that scrapey thing that you use. Yeah. That did not work either. So as I'm experimenting, you are going to see my mistakes and just stuff that just wasn't working. So I switched it up and I completely dismissed this. I don't know why I'm still showing you that. There we go. I completely dismissed that and I just started making this into a ghost. I will tell you right this second that this is so adorable. I might be biased, definitely, but she's so cute. She's a little ghost and she's kind of smiling. She's got little eyelashes. And then on this page, I kind of just used that oil pastel and made more little wispies, blended it to make them look more faint and more breezy. And if ghosts look like this, then I'd be less scared. Now we are going to just flip through. I Mod Podged all these so that they wouldn't get smudged or anything. I really love how all of these turned out. Going over her likes and dislikes again, just in case you missed it. I don't know. She's beautiful. Pera, mwah, love ya. Going to zoom in. Do you guys accept it? I don't care. Okay, next one. Kind of stuck together. I just Mod Podged this one, just like the other one. And this one, interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah. I do like the little snail and the seahorse and the rain. This is more watery theme. And then the last page, so sad. Not only did I do her upside down accidentally, but she kind of stuck together and then ripped apart because the pages weren't completely dried. But I kind of fixed it a little. And then I added some highlights because I really wanted to make sure she was noticed, and then close the book. And there we have it, guys. Thank you again so much for watching this. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to subscribe if you want to see my next episode on Create This Book. And I'll see you next time. Bye.